welcome to a new video. If you don't know me, my name is Ruby, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my completed sketchbook for March. This is my orange sketchbook, meaning I only use orange supplies in here. I know I'm a little late with this upload, but I did move recently, so if you've watched my other videos, this space might look new to you because it is. There's still a lot that needs to happen for it to be complete. That's why it's a little messy, but slowly getting there. It's a long process, a very stressful process on top of everything else happening in my life. I also uploaded a studio vlog before this, so go check it out. But I promise I've been keeping up with all my other sketchbooks. Let me show you a sneak peek of my yellow one. So this is my yellow sketchbook for April. Let's see, which sneak peek should you get? Maybe I'll show you 2 pages. This one's cute. This is a cutie little page. And maybe I should share an ugly one, just so you know what my mental state was during this. I'll explain what that was in a future video, so make sure to keep an eye out on this. It will be coming out fairly soon. I haven't started my green sketchbook for May, but I find that I start all of my sketchbooks in the middle of the month, not at the beginning of the month, and I still get them completed. And this one is green, so I'm very excited because there's a lot of different hues of green, and I just feel like there's a lot that can be done, and I love green, so I am excited to start that and also share that with you. But let's not get off track here and see what this sketchbook has in store. Alright, welcome to a new sketchbook tour. Like I said, this is my orange sketchbook for March, and as you can see from the cover, I decorated it with all these orange stickers, just like I did with my red sketchbook. If you haven't checked out my red sketchbook tour, go check that out. There I go into more detail on why I'm doing these monthly one-color sketchbooks, and of course, here are all the sticker artists. One thing I wanted to know is that orange isn't a color that I love to use on its own, and I already showed you a sneak peek for the yellow sketchbook, and that was even worse, so I can't wait for me to revisit that with you, but let's not get ahead of ourselves, and let's get started with this one first. As usual, we have the cover page. I started this sketchbook March 17th, 2025 and completed it on March 28th, 2025. And I included my info just in case it got lost, even though I didn't plan on traveling with it. I think it's just a habit that I formed, and I'd argue and say that it's probably a good habit to have, I guess. First page, as usual, is a self-portrait. If you watch my videos, you know that I start every sketchbook with a self-portrait because I think it's just easier for me to get started, and it takes away a lot of that anxiety from starting a new sketchbook. And I like it. I think it's cute. She's a cutie little Ruby. It's a little cartoony and maybe what I think I'd look like on a good day. It's almost childlike. I don't know. She's just cutesy. And I also drew my name as a friendship bracelet and added some little eyes with eyelashes for some reason. I don't know why I did that, but I like it. Here we have this little bird on a cactus. I don't necessarily love this, and honestly, after completing it, I got a little worried that this whole sketchbook was going to be a reflection of this, even though looking back, it's not terrible, and it got my hand moving. And this one I love so much. The cat looks so cute and quirky and silly, and I think I want to clean it up and maybe post it on Instagram because I haven't been posting on there lately and I need to. I mean, I have the sketches. And here we have some monchichis. I love the contrast of these. I wanted to practice some perspective with a wide lens, and these little guys seemed simple enough to give it a try, and I think they came out very cool. Now we get chaotic pretty quickly. I don't remember what my thought process was with this sketch, but I think I wanted to draw some broccoli, and then broccoli made me think of a poodle, and then I just decided to draw different dogs hidden within the broccoli. But now it's just a lot, and I don't even see broccoli. Like, I see the dogs, but where's the broccoli? Moving on, I wanted to continue with more stylized drawings, and I drew some pigeons with varying expressions and some bread. This guy has some cool boots that made him tall, and this one is just cool in general. Here's some jellyfish I saw on Pinterest. I forgot to mention it earlier, but if you want to see all my Pinterest references I use in the sketchbook, the link is in the description below. But there's not much to say about this page. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. And these fish look like the Dr. Seuss fish, in my opinion. Like a less yassified version of them, because Dr. Seuss loved a long lash. It was very unintentional, but it feels very nostalgic. I'm really proud of this one because I was trying to practice some anatomy and it's really hard for me to draw bodies in motion, and this person was swimming. So it seemed like a challenge I can take on and it was very fun. It's not super detailed or anything. I mostly wanted to focus on the shapes and I'm really happy with how it came out. And this one's a little edgy. It doesn't really look like the reference I used, but it's very stylized in a way I wouldn't normally do things. But I wanted to try something new, and I think it looks different. Now this one I think is so cool. Again, trying new things with different styles. I don't know what came over me, but I love her. She's just one of those baddie girls you want to be or want to be friends with because how are you real? I also think this would be a nice sketch to revisit on my iPad to fix some of the details and make it a proper illustration because this is cool to me. I would never go for this and I love how it came out. Here's a flower with some ladybugs on it. I love the texture on the stem and the leaves, but I think I was running out of juice here. I also drew the star girl. I don't think I used a reference for this, so I'm really proud of how this turned out, and I just love the neon. Now this is probably my favorite spread in here because I stumbled upon a YouTube video about a sumo wrestler and his diet, and I don't remember his name, but he was just a sweet man, and I got inspired to sketch some sumo wrestlers because of him, which I never had before, so it was nice drawing something out of my comfort zone. One thing I wanted to capture though was the fact that he looked so intimidating on the outside, but on the inside, he was just a nice, soft guy. And of course I drew a tiger because I can't have an orange sketchbook without a tiger. Honestly, it was just an easy thing that I've drawn before and I gave it a go again here. I love the little simple one on the right. It's so cute. I wish it was real and I wish I could pet it. Now, this one's an odd page. I saw this little apple guy on Pinterest and decided to draw him several times, I guess. Maybe I didn't like how the first one came out, so I drew him again with a pen, and then liked that even less, so I tried again with a Tombow brush pen, and I think I like how that one turned out the best. And I think all of them together look okay. And then this, I started to draw these women on Pinterest who were braiding each other's hair, just focusing on the shapes and stuff, but I didn't really like how it was turning out, so I just drew a few of them because I gave up. Now we have some plants. I think I spent about 5 minutes on this page and I think I was just running out of juice, but I love how playful this is and I love how the neon peeks through just a little bit. And this is just a portrait off Pinterest. I really love this one. The left hand could use some help, but I think she's cute. I'll just say this explains it. I'll just say this explains why this came out the way it did. Maybe I can work on this again and make it into a sticker, but I guess it's supposed to be me, and I'm tired. I was tired, Grandpa! And then there's this. I like this. It's simple. The expression shows how tired I was without it being whatever the left page is. And this is just one of those spreads where it's like, let me just get something on paper and quick because I'm over it. So I decided to draw some breakfast. I have an avocado, some eggs on toast, an orange, some salt and pepper, and a cutesy little flower for some decor. And March is my birth month, so I drew myself a cake. Kind of unfortunate that orange was the color I assigned myself for my March sketchbook because it looks very yucky, but also kind of gross where you want to eat it. You know, like when cartoon food looks nasty and gross, but also you want to eat it? Like in The Lion King when they eat the bugs. I know you wanted to eat those bugs. Or the thing I wanted to eat the most was in Finding Nemo when they let the tank get all nasty. I wanted to eat that scum so bad. I don't know what that says about me, but whatever. Anyway, next to it, I painted this little bunny. I love the gouache texture. I want to eat it so bad. Maybe wanting to eat paint is more socially acceptable than wanting to eat cartoon tank scum. Here's another Pinterest find. I only used my Neocolor crayon just to give it some texture. I think I was just over it, so I only picked up one supply, but it's cute. And this one is kind of an original. I just saw some dogs and decided it would look cuter if I made them look more caricatured, and I also think this one came out cute. To whoever this person is, I'm so sorry. This does not look great. I was trying to go for a more neo-traditional style, but it's kind of giving like Neanderthal. I don't know, the proportions just feel a bit off, but I do love the contrast of the white hair and the orange background. And I kind of feel the same about this one. The proportions just feel a bit off, but I definitely like this one better. Now, I really don't know what to tell you about this one. It just does not compute. I don't know. I don't know what was going on in my mind. I think I just saw this pot on Pinterest and the rest is just me trying to draw something, anything. I don't know. Just random doodles. Now, she's serving. She's serving loofs. Like her eyeliner, nobody knows how to do eyeliner like her.
She's a legend, and she is the moment.
And again with the gouache, I just want to eat it. And she's working it. And this is definitely a concept that has been done before, but I just love the idea of a tiny person swimming in ramen, just having a grand old time. I don't know what expression this is, but I definitely want to draw this again and make this into a sticker or a print. Maybe give her a happier expression. Another concept that has definitely been done before, but I think she looks so cool and I love the neon pearl. I think it just looks cool. Maybe I'll make it into a proper illustration at some point. Here I was wanting to practice some expressions and I really love how it came out. If you can't tell, she's crying and I think maybe I was channeling something subconsciously because not gonna lie, it's been a little rough out here. But I absolutely love this. I'm very proud. And then here I didn't know what else to draw, so I just drew my little Miffy phone stand that I have on my desk and a paintbrush. I guess the paintbrush I used to wash the background. But I think this spread is very sweet. This spread is really cool. I really love the neon orange with the darker orange color. I think it just pops. It looks so fun. I drew some vegetables because I think this was another spread where I was just like, let's just draw whatever. So I drew some vegetables. We have some onion, a carrot, tomatoes, some lettuce, some garlic, bell pepper, a halved bell pepper, and some peas. This spread is the same idea, but with fruit, and I think I should have just stuck with the last art supplies I used because this one just looks dull in comparison. We have some watermelon, a banana peel, some banana slices, some blueberries, some strawberries, some cherries, a kiwi, a fig, papaya, a pear, and I don't know what this is supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be maybe oranges. I don't know. That one looks bad. This one is so cute, another girly I saw on Pinterest, and simplifying it to make it more neo-traditional. I think she looks great, and I can definitely see someone getting this tattooed. I love the stars too, and overall I'll give it like an 8 out of 10. And I drew this one with a ballpoint pen, which is really good practice. There was no underlying sketch, and it's not perfect by any means, but I think that's the whole point. Now, you can tell I was not feeling this spread. I drew some flowers and this kitty. I don't know what else to say. I just wasn't feeling it, and I think it's very telling. I forgot about this spread, and I absolutely love it. I think I just saw some shoes on Pinterest, and I love how it turned out. I think this is one of those times where I feel like the orange looks really intentional, and I definitely want to fix this up and post it because I'm very proud of it. Here we have some fish in a TV. I think the TV is the strongest part of this drawing and the fish are the weakest, but overall I think it's lovely. This spread is so cool. It's just trees and tall grass and bushes. And I just love how random brushstrokes can make nothing look like something. And I think this is so cool. I love the neon branches. I just love the texture and everything. I drew a Doberman. I've drawn a Doberman before, and I'm pretty sure it's the exact same reference, so the same one. But I think they're so fierce. If I were to have a dog, I think I'd love to have a brown Doberman, so I can just look cool and intimidating on walks, so I can feel safe. but that's definitely not a reason to get a dog, and I don't know if I have the patience for one at the moment, so I'll stick with my dreams of owning 2 cats in the future. And then I drew the sheep or ram. I don't know. Do sheep have horns? I'm pretty sure they do. Some do, I think. But I don't know. I think it was just another reference on the same page on Pinterest, but I guess it was fitting for the season. Oh my god, okay, so quick story time. I don't know if you know what a spice village is, but basically there are these little spice containers that are shaped into houses and they're hand painted, so when you put all of your spices together, it looks like a little village. Anyway, they were discontinued in the late 80s and people have been reselling them for insane amounts. But recently they came out with a 2024 version and those also sold out. I want them so bad, but I can't justify paying that much for some jars. Anyway, this day for some reason they crossed my mind again, so I just did a silly little search to see if they were going to restock anytime soon. And then I realized they restocked 16 hours before while I was sleeping. They still had some available, but they didn't have the full set, and I want the full set. I saw recently that they were planning on dropping a restock soon, so I have my eyes peeled and I will be checking their site every single day, so wish me luck. Anyway, I decided to draw them because they're haunting me, and if I can't have them in real life, I'll have them on paper. And this one is another go at practicing some tattoo designs. It's another Pinterest find I simplified. I really love the contrast and I'm really proud of myself for trying new things. And this one is not great. Getting close to the end here, so I just needed to put something on paper. That's why there's doodles everywhere, but yeah, not the greatest. And the last page is so sweet. It's probably one of my favorites in here too. I just love it so much. And I added the word tender because it is just a tender little thing. Aww. But that is it for my March sketchbook. So, what did you think? I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it brings some inspiration and maybe some motivation to sketching your sketchbook. Like I said in the beginning, I am going to be uploading my April yellow sketchbook pretty soon here, so keep your eyes peeled. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment below because I love reading your comments. The sillier the better, the sweeter the better. Maybe a mix of both. But yeah, I'm gonna upload that sketchbook tour very soon, and I hope to see you there. I hope to see you there. You better be there. And I hope to see you soon. That's it. See ya.
Bye.